All right, we're on. Good morning, everyone, as I'm putting my oils on. Welcome to day 3 of our Bedtime Bliss Wellness Week. We are excited to bring to you another informative video on Peace Touch, which is an essential oil roller. And our guest speaker is beautiful Amanda Piazza, who the botanical dreamer. It's so lovely to be able to have these, examples of how people use oils in their lives and their homes for their families. And we are really excited to pick your brain this morning, Amanda. So thank you for joining us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Tell everyone a little bit about yourself, how long you've been using essential oils for, and so they can get to know you if they don't already.
Okay, well, I'm a mum of 2. I have a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old, and a husband as well. And we've been using
year-old.
Yeah, a nearly 40-year-old.
Yeah.
And we've been using essential oils now for I think around about nearly 4 years now, which has flown.
Yeah.
And yeah, wouldn't change anything. Like they've changed our life, made us a much more empowered family. So
yeah. And I think one of the things that's been the most amazing is seeing that transition for your family, especially over the last, year and a half, 2 years of diving in and helping your community and helping people around you out of your love of essential oils. And I noticed your beautiful shelf behind you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. It's another one of hubby's creations.
Yes. So Amanda's husband makes some very amazing oil stands and wall mounts, as you can see.
Yes.
So today we're discussing Peace Touch, and it is one of the amazing blends in the Bedtime Bliss box. Can you tell us a little bit about why you love that oil, how you use it and apply it in your life and home on a daily basis?
Yeah, no worries. Well, the Peace Touch, I seem to go for that one quite a lot because we use it for bedtime for our kids. Amongst a whole heap of other oils, we change it up all the time, but
yeah,
the Peace Touch roller, it's just easy. It's already pre-diluted. It's there for you to just roll on the kids' feet, back of the neck. We diffuse it as well in the bedrooms. Love it for diffusing.
Yeah.
I'm really drawn to that oil, probably because it's such a woody, earthy scent. I find I'm really drawn to those kinds of oils. But we use it, it's mainly for sleep for us and like anxious tension feelings. When the kids are feeling worried about something, get out the touch roller and peace and roll it on. And even for myself, I know I get really bad tension in my neck and my shoulders. And I find it's really nice, even layered over ice blue as well. I run it down my neck, on the top of my shoulders, and then I put the Peace Touch on top just to.
Yeah, that's a great.
It's just so nice. It's nicer than just having the one oil. Like that's what I love about the oils, how you can layer them to suit you and what you need. And so many uses though.
So many uses.
So many uses.
That's one of the conversations we were having the other day. I was having the other day with one of the gentlemen that I was helping with restless legs, and I said to him, he's been on heavy medication his whole life, and we're talking the last 10 years significantly, operation after operation on his hips and things like that. And I said to him, the best thing about essential oils and something that's natural is they don't compound like medication. So you can actually have a play with it and adjust it accordingly. So I think that's basically something that's been programmed in us for generations, is that there's like 2 pills twice a day. It's like very scripted mentality. But with essential oils and especially the blends, they're very powerful. They've been created for us, and with science in mind and the aromatics in mind, but they've been created for us. But like you said, you can also layer those for things like tension and headaches
Mhm.
and whatnot. So I love that example that you've given.
Yeah. And also too, I use it for if you are like me and have, a lot of issues with your menstrual cycle as well, a lot of period pain. I
Yeah.
layer it on top of Clary Calm as well on my
Oh,
abdomen.
I like that.
And it
Yeah.
just, I don't know. And it also helps me to feel relaxed as well, just the aroma of it. So I think
Yeah.
layering them both together, you get the best of both worlds.
You can see why, you can see why it works, especially even
Yeah.
alone, even if you didn't have clary, because it has
Yeah.
ylang ylang, frankincense, and clary sage in it as well.
Yes. Yes.
That would be that's another game changer actually. If you didn't have your clary sage on and you had that oil, you would definitely have those results.
Yeah,
With
absolutely.
the reassuring scent of it, incredible.
Yes.
So we were talking the other week about how people select their oils, and obviously the Bedtime Bliss box has been compiled, as the number one oils or collection of oils to support people naturally into calming and ready for sleep. So one of the things that can overcomplicate the whole process for a lot of people, and I felt this way in the early days, is that they actually feel overwhelmed by what to choose in that initial phase of learning what to choose for sleep. So I love that about the Bedtime Bliss box, that it's there and it comes with a little card and instructions on how to apply each oil. But we were talking specifically about more of an intuitive selection that you've grown accustomed to over the last few years. So can you explain to people, we have people, and there is a whole side of this that's obviously plant medicine, so we can look up our ailment, we can find what we need and apply it accordingly. But what is an intuitive selection, and can you give an example of that for everyone watching?
Sure. Well, sometimes I'm just like, because I diffuse every single day, I think, as we all do, all of us oily users, when you when you get your oils, you just become obsessed, right? But some days I'm like, oh, what do I feel like? And I go to my oil shelf and I sometimes there's this particular oil that would just call to me. And I think I was telling you about Litzy.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about. And at that time I was working on my business goals and things that I wanted for my business to where I want that to go. And when I actually looked up in the emotions book what Litzy was, it was a manifestation oil. And I was like, wow, it's amazing, honestly, how you can be drawn to something and not realize why you're drawn to it until you look it up. And there's been so many times that's happened, and I can't explain why, but it just happens. I don't know. It's the mysteries of the universe.
You've always trusted that, and I think for me it was harder to do, but every single time I trusted that intuitive selection, and then I actually sought the information around that oil. My mind was blown, because I was like, I have this whole drawer of oils, and out of all of the oils I picked that. And it's funny we're having this conversation actually, because I just picked up Siberian fir before. That's what I was applying at the beginning.
Oh, nice.
And, this is another topic, but sort of along the lines of, there's certain oils that are meant for you that you may or may not realize, which is why it's important to have a play and to feel safe enough to have a play with the oils.
Yeah.
I once did a reading with a lady called another Amanda, plant medicine witch, and she said the number one oil that I will use to find my voice and, to really start sharing and shining my light on the world is Siberian fir. And when I went to my box, it was the one oil in years that I had but never opened.
Wow.
And it was actually the lid was still on.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, no wonder. So I apply Siberian fir before.
Oh, that's one of my faves.
Yeah, so it's just so funny that I hadn't got to that stage of just intuitively playing and trusting that journey and that process. So peace reassuring blend, I think for me and our family it's very similar. It's something that we reach for. I tend to so it's available in a 5 ml bottle as well, but in this particular kit it comes as a touch oil. So It's easy to apply and to roll on to your skin. I'm just going to check that my internet's not playing up.
You
Hang
seem
on,
quite
are we back?
frozen.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, there you go, you're back. Because I was like, what's
Sorry.
happening here?
I was like, oh no. So as I was saying,
I was just trying to roll with it, Rach. I was trying to ignore it and just be like, there's nothing wrong. We're all good.
we can't. We've no poker face. So Peace Touch comes as a 5 ml, a 5 ml that you can use in the diffuser. You can use that oil, to create your own blends in square number 1.
Square number 1.
We have the roller, which I really hope, because I've got my hands up, that you have present. We've got the 10 ml
You know
roller.
what? I didn't bring it in.
10 ml roller that
Yes, well, we'll just go, yes, we got
comes
one.
with a roller ball that we're talking about today, and you apply it to your neck, or you apply it to your chest, apply it to your wrist. And this is a very, very practical way to allow your children to participate in their own emotional journey. So do you find that your kids reach for Peace Touch, they'd be able to comfortably recognize when they need it and apply it when they need it?
Yeah, absolutely, especially my son. So he's 9, and I've noticed, or he'll come to me and go, Mum, which is the oils that help you calm down? And I would be like, grab that one, mate, grab the piece and roll it on your neck. And within like 20 minutes, he's sitting down, he's feeling more calm. It's more so after school, just that coming home and feeling grounded and just, at the end of a long day. Yeah.
That's where the empowerment lies, in the fact that he knows that there is something he can do, and he's not only recognized that he's feeling overwhelmed, but he knows enough to know that there is a solution, or at least a tool that can help him absorb and sink into and come out of those feelings. That's so fun. Yeah,
and that's why I love the touch rollers too, because they're ready to go, they're pre-diluted. I don't have to worry about him, or I don't have to worry about diluting it for him, or don't put that onto, you've got to use coconut oil. Don't do that. Like, that's why I like having the rollers there. They're just so easy. And as a mum, to have them there, even for myself, makes life so easy. It's
I look next to my desk now, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rollers just next to my desk.
Yeah, they really are a game changer. So good.
So in terms of that intuitive selection, we encourage you to play with your oils, to ask yourself in just a mindful moment, what is it that you need? Reach for the oil, use it, apply it, and then, or before you use it and apply it, you can look it up, or then look it up and learn about its emotional intelligence of that oil, and what the journey that it's going to take you on, how it can support you. And it's actually quite a fun way to reconnect with your essential oils. Yeah,
because I think a lot of the time people overthink it way too much as well. And it doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be this whole stressful endeavor of, how do I use it? What do I use it for? What do I do? Just grab them and start using them. That they're safe. There's so many uses for each of them. They're not all just for one thing.
No.
And if you're drawn to a certain oil, or you like the smell of it, use it. Put it in the diffuser. Put it on yourself. Don't think too hard about it. It's just do it.
So true. And we were saying, we believe that the essential oil pool is like a pimped version of a card pool.
That's right, a pimped version, yes. 100%. Yeah.
Of card pools. Oh, it's so good. And the reason I'm holding my monitor right now is because the washing machine at the bottom of the bus is going and spinning.
Oh, no. No.
I was like, it's just the washing machine.
I was wondering why you were starting to shake around a bit there.
Oh, it's so funny. So one of the things that I love to ask all of our beautiful leaders that jump on and do these sessions with us is a very simple but profound question, and that is, what would your life look like now had essential oils not arrived in your life?
Oh God, I think for me and my family, there was never a profound moment where we were like, a big aha moment like some people have with essential oils. It was lots of little moments and little wins over time. And when I look back to all the ways that essential oils have helped our family, like honestly, I, I shudder to think where we would be without them. Just to have these at our fingertips, to empower everybody in the family to go and just, I have a headache, I'm not feeling well, go and grab what you need. It's your first point of call. It's basically our medicine cabinet. It's like, and there's nothing wrong with normal medicines or pharmaceuticals, not saying that we are one of those families that are strictly against that, but it's our first point of call, and just to have these safe plant oils at our fingertips to use, and just to ease that stress and anxiety as a mum as well has been life-changing. It really has. For my mental health and my emotional health as a mother, completely changed, and I'll be forever grateful to doTERRA for that.
Aww. Goosebumps.
Aww.
I love that. And I think that you've just hit the nail on the head for every single mum that goes, wow, I just don't know what I'd do. I honestly don't know what I'd do without having them around. It's like having a BFF. It's like having, like I said, something to confide in and on, and it's a constant support.
Yeah, exactly. You know that they're there no matter what. You've got your oils there, and there's something that will help you no matter how you're feeling, what struggles you're going through mentally or physically. If your kids are feeling unwell, if they've got a bit of a temperature, or you've got your peppermint oil there to help them. You've got all these oils at your fingertips, and you couldn't ask for anything more. It's our first point of call. And I mean that we still reach for Panadol and Nurofen here and there, but since we've had our oils, it's literally been life-changing in that respect. Honestly, it's amazing.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
You don't believe it until you see it,
and that's the thing. Like, people can tell you and you'll go, oh yeah, that sounds great, yeah, but until you try them for yourselves and you really, really fully go all in, that's when the shift happens, and that's when your life changes.
That trust, like I remember saying, okay, I've reached for my peppermint oil to alleviate that temperature. I've got digestion on his tummy. Okay, I've trusted myself, and I've trusted these oils enough to apply them first, and now I wait, because I was still not quite, I was like, is it really going to work? And I used to say to Clint, because I ran the preschool at the time, I'm leaving the Panadol and Nurofen on the shelf just in case, which is perfectly fine. And that's the, I don't know, I guess the lie we tell ourselves, and we think, oh, that means we have to get rid of them. Oh my gosh, I'm petrified. It's actually a bridge. You're finding this common ground, and you're going, okay, well, I've got those if it eventuates and if it goes any further. But with plant medicine, we have the ability, as we were talking about earlier, to apply the peppermint every half hour, an hour to their heels while they sleep. And it's an investment. It's a time commitment, instead of just throwing in 10 mils of whatever into their system and hoping for the best. But what we're able to do is eventually allow their body to break that cycle. And it has been years since I've reached for either of those medicines, and it's incredible. But to know that they're there and available, and if by chance I had to rely on them, I would. Absolutely. But knowing that there's that the oils are doing their thing, it needs to be experienced to be believed, and it is something that you have to honestly trust. And you're going to trust that moment, trust yourself in the power of the plants and the power of your ability to recognize when your children aren't well, and be proactive about it.
Absolutely. And there's nothing more empowering than that, honestly, as a mum, to know that these plant oils are working, and to feel like you've just got your life under control.
Pretty much. Literally what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I'm not a screaming heap. Yeah.
yeah, like you feel empowered. You're making a conscious decision to choose natural plant oils over pharmaceuticals. And there's, like I said, there's nothing wrong. You can use them in conjunction with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Give them Panadol, but also use peppermint oil, you know, if that's how you feel comfortable using them. But over time, you'll learn to trust the oils more and more, and your life will change.
I love it. Yeah. Trust us.
Trust us.
Good. Well, thank you so much for sharing this morning with us. Peace Touch Reassuring Blend, very powerful blend that is available in the Bedtime Bliss box. And thank you for your time this morning and your wisdom and
Thank you for
heart
having
service.
me.
Yes. And my internet is playing up again, so I will call it.
So I missed that last bit, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever Rach said.
Yeah, whatever she said, it's all good.
All right,
Trust her.
her. See ya.
Love you, bye.